I heard what's going on. The vampires, the Dawn Guard, all of it. I wanted to help, so here I am. You've probably killed lots of vampires, huh? I'm sure Isran will sign you right up. I'm not sure he'll take me. I hope so. That must be it. Fort Dawn Guard. Wow. Bigger than I expected. Is everybody? This place looks almost deserted.
Well, well, you made it. Good. Isran's in the fort. He'll get you sorted out.
Evet.
You're not paying attention then, like almost everyone else around here. Haven't you heard that the Hall of the Vigilance was destroyed by vampires? They never took the threat seriously, and now they paid the price. The Vigilance mostly hunt down Daedra worshippers, which is why they got torn to pieces when they went up against vampires. That's why our leader, Isran, is re-establishing the Dawn Guard. Real, serious vampire hunters. We're vampire hunters. We search out and destroy those blood-sucking scum wherever we find them. Bring the Dawn Guard honor.
I guess this is it. Wish me luck.
New recruits. Isran will decide if you've got what it takes. Go on, he's right inside.
Why are you here, Tolan? The Vigilance and I were finished with each other a long time ago.
You know why I'm here. The Vigilance are under attack everywhere. The vampires are much more dangerous than we believed.
And now you want to come running to safety with the Dawn Guard. Is that it? I remember Keeper Carset telling me repeatedly that Fort Dawn Guard is a crumbling ruin, not worth the expense and manpower to repair. And now that you've stirred up the vampires against you, you come begging for my protection.
Isran. Carset is dead. The Hall of the Vigilance, everyone. They're all dead. You were right, we were wrong. Isn't that enough for you?
Yes, well, I never wanted any of this to happen. I tried to warn all of you. I am sorry, you know. So who are you? What do you want? You heard right. I'm glad word's finally starting to get around. But that means it won't be long before the vampires start to take notice as well. I need someone out in the field taking the fight to the damn vampires, while we're getting the fort back into shape. Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilants were poking around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent vampire attacks. Tolan, tell him about, what was it? Dim Hollow.
Yes, that's it. Dim Hollow Crypt. Brother Adelwald was sure it held some long-lost vampire artifact of some kind. We didn't listen to him any more than we did Isran. He was at the hall when it was attacked.
That's good enough for me. Go see what the vampires were looking for in this dim hollow crypt. With any luck, they'll still be there. Here, you should take a crossbow. Good for taking out those fiends before they get close. Feel free to poke around the fort and take what you need. There isn't much yet, but you're welcome to anything you can use.
I'll meet you at Dim Hollow. It's the least I can do to avenge my fallen comrades.
Tolan, I don't think that's a... idea. You Vigilants were never trained
I know
for...
what you think of us. You think we're soft, that we're cowards. You think our deaths proved our weakness. Stendarr granted you do not have to face the same test and be found wanting. I'm going to Dim Hollow Crypt. Perhaps I can be of some small assistance to you.
You there, boy. Stop skulking in the shadows and step up here. What's your name?
My name is Agmir, sir.
Do I look like a sir to you, boy? I'm not a soldier, and you're not joining the army.
Yes, sir.
Didn't I tell you to step forward? Farm boy, huh? What's your weapon?
My weapon? I mostly just use my paw's axe when wolves are attacking the goats or something.
My paw's axe. Stendarr preserve us. Don't worry. I think we can make a Dawn Guard out of you. Here, take this crossbow. Let's see how you shoot.
Crossbow? I've never...
a crossbow. Best thing for killing vampires. Just take a few shots at those crates over there. That's it. Watch the recoil. Take some getting used to. You need to concentrate, boy. Try again.
Vigilants never know when to give up. I thought we'd taught them enough of a lesson at their hall. to come in here alone. A fool like all the rest of them.
He fought well there. Jedon and Bresoth were no match for him.
Ha! Those two deserved what they got. Their arrogance had become insufferable.
All this talk is making me thirsty. Perhaps another Vigilant will wander in soon.
I wish Loki would hurry it up. I have half a mind to return to the castle and tell Harkon what a fool he's entrusted this mission to. That's all you've got? She said I'd forget. And usually I do, but sometimes I still remember their faces. What's that? Ha ha! Here you are! I'll give you a swift and beautiful kill.
I'll never tell you anything, vampire. My oath to Stendar is stronger than any suffering you can inflict on me.
I believe you, Vigilant. And I don't think you even know what you found here. So go and meet your beloved Stendar.
Are you sure that was wise, Lokiel? He still might have told us something. We haven't gotten anywhere
He
ourselves
knew
with...
nothing. He served his purpose by leading us to this place. Now, it is up to us to bring Harkon the prize. And we will not return without it. Vingalmo and Orthion will make way for me after this.
Yes, of course, Lokiel. Do not forget who brought you news of the Vigilance discovery.
I never forget who my friends are. Or my enemies. Something's not right.
Cyrus? Who sent you here? I don't know who that is. Is he like me? Vampire, yes. That's complicated. And I'm not totally sure if I can trust you. But if you want to know the whole story, help me get back to my family's home. My family used to live on an island to the west of Solitude. I would guess they still do. By the way, my name is Serana. Good to meet you. Good question. Hard to say. I can't really tell. I feel like it was a long time. Who is Skyrim's High King? Oh, wonderful. A war of succession. Good to know the world didn't get boring while I was gone. Who are the contenders? Empire? What empire? Cyrodiil is the seat of an empire? It must have been gone longer than I thought. Definitely longer than we planned. Please, let's hurry. I need to get home so I can figure out what's happened. Your guess is as good as mine. This place looks pretty different from when I was Yes, it is. And it's mine. It's complicated. I can't really talk about it. I'm sorry. Good question. I can't... I feel like it was a long time. Who is Skyrim's... Oh, wonderful. Who are the contenders? Empire? What? Cyrodiil? I must have been gone long... Please, let's hurry. I need to get home so I can figure out what's happened. Does the air feel... heavy down here? I'm a little woozy, but it might just be from waking up.
Como é? Eu acabei de tirar uma vampira do meio de uma cripta abençoada. Ah, porra.
Who's there?
Eu quero ver.
It'll be good to get outside and breathe again. I haven't missed sunlight, but I do miss fresh air. This feels like the right way. I was starting to worry. Keep your eyes open here. Who's there? Done and done. It's so good to breathe again. Even in this weather, it's better than the cave. Hey, so, before we go in there... I think so. And thanks for asking. I wanted to thank you for getting me this far, but after we get in there, I'm going to go my own way for a while. I think. I know your friends would probably want to kill everything in here. I'm hoping you can show some more control than that. Once we're inside, just keep quiet for a bit. Let me take the lead.
Lord Harkon's a great man. Best show him the proper way I hear it. Lady Serana's been gone a real long time.
How dare you trespass here? Wait, Serana? Is that truly you? I cannot believe my eyes. My lord, everyone! Serana has returned.
I guess I'm expected.
I can't believe it. My long-lost daughter returns at last. I trust you have my Elder Scroll.
After all these years, that's the first thing you ask me? Yes, I have the scroll.
Of course,
She has the
I'm
scroll.
delighted to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike. Now tell me, who is this stranger you have brought into our hall?
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
For my daughter's safe return, you have my gratitude. Tell me, what is your name? I am Harkon, Lord of this court. By now, my daughter would have told you what we are. Perhaps you should. I count some of the oldest and most powerful vampires in Skyrim among the members of my court. For centuries we lived here, far from the cares of the world. All that ended when my wife betrayed me and stole away that which I valued most. You have done me a great service, and now you must be rewarded. There is but one gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll and my daughter. I offer you my blood. Take it and you will walk as a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach and you will never fear death again. Yes, I can smell it on you. The power of my blood will purge that filth and make you whole again. I will banish you from this castle. I will spare your life this once, but after that, you are prey. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice.
Vai lá, Rei, dá uma força aí. Eu ficar só lobisomem. Eu retiro meu poder de lobisomem e viro vampiro, parece um demônio, parece um capeta feio aqui. Continuo lobisomem e eu troco tudo e viro vampiro, parece um capeta feio. Eu não posso ser os dois.
Vampiro não pode ir de dia, né?
No Skyrim eu não sei. Verdade, eu não sei se influencia eu não poder sair no sol.
Tem. Se não me engano, tem debuffzinho de dia, viu? Cara, tipo assim. Eu prefiro vampiro, né? Se quiser testar aí, vampiro.
Eu deixei um save pra trás e uma vez então. Vamos ver se vai.
So be it. You are prey, like all mortals. I banish you.
Pô, tá chato, velho. Na hora que eu fui
É chato?
escolher, na hora que eu fui apertar pra
I guess I'm
aceitar,
expected.
acabou
I
sendo,
can't
tá?
believe it.
Deixa eu voltar aqui.
Oxi.
Eu tinha um save atrás, cara. Peguei.
My long-lost daughter returns at last. I trust you have my elder scroll.
Naquele jogo de barco
All
ainda.
these years, that's the first thing you ask me?
Caralho, coisa difícil do cão.
Of course, I'm delighted to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words
Oh,
aloud?
cachorrado.
Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike. Now tell me, who is this stranger you have brought into our hall?
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
I need to speak to you, stranger. For my daughter's safe return, you have my gratitude. Tell me, what is your name? I am Hart. By now, my daughter would have told you what we are. Not just. For centuries we lived here. You have. There is but one. I offer you my blood. The power of my blood. I will bet. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice. Be still. Awake at last. Good. The power is growing within you, and now you must learn to wield it. With my guidance, you will become a deadly instrument, striking terror into the hearts of mortals wherever you tread. Now listen to my words, and do as I instruct. The true power of the ancient blood is found in the form of the Vampire Lord. Assume the mantle of the Vampire Lord, and we will continue. Transform into the Vampire Lord, and I will teach you more. In this form, you can drain the life from your foes with your right hand. With your left hand, you can wield the power of blood magic to raise the dead. You can also call upon the powers of night to turn into a swarm of bats and reappear some distance away. Should you run out of magicka, you can descend to the ground and fight as the beasts do. Do so now, and we will continue. Good. You are weaker while on the ground because you cannot access the blood magic. However, the night powers are still yours to command, and your claws are still formidable weapons. Over time, your powers will grow in strength, and you will find new ways to use your gifts.
Caralho, ainda dá 5 horas já. Tempo voa. Uhum.
Pra mim ainda era meia-noite e pouquinho.
Não, caralho, são 2 horas pra mim. Porra. Aí que eu nem senti, viu?
Tu já sei, velho. A cidade já abriu.
There is much to learn, but if
Teve
you
uma
master the
atualização.
powers of the Vampire Lord, few enemies will be able to stand against you. There is one last thing you must know. Slaying mortal men with your life drain grants you new night powers and blood magic.
Fico lembrando dos Fearteam da vida da gente.
Castle, should you need to feed like the base
No.
of vampires to stay
Terminar aquela no mais difícil. A gente conseguiu ficar no mais difícil no quadro.
If you wish to be reminded of these lessons, you need only ask.
A dos quadros lá, a gente conseguiu fazer no mais difícil, não?
Test your new powers. But first, do you have any questions?
Eu quero estar falando com você e...
As a vampire, you will gain new powers, but also a weakness to sunlight. With each passing day that you do not feed, that weakness will become more deadly, but your powers will also become stronger. Feed upon those who are sleeping, and your vulnerability to sunlight will diminish along with your powers. Good. Go and speak to Garen Maretha. Tell him it is time. He will understand.
Aqui.
What's happening?
You're welcome here, as long as you don't overfeed on the thralls.
I am above the petty squabbles here. I have lived for far too long to be bothered with them. I saw more than enough political maneuvering in my time in house dress. I was tired of it then, and I'm tired of it now. I have never understood the Nord fascination with weapons. Magic is so much more versatile, don't you think? I'm sure Lord Harkon is grateful you've returned his daughter.
Hello there. Hello there.
Até onde tu tá usando? Mas fudeu, velho.
Yes, yes. Aren't you lovely looking like that? Do you mind? Well met, brother. I am above the petty squabbles here. I have lived for far too long to be bothered with them. I saw more than enough political maneuvering in my time in house dress. I was tired of it then, and I'm tired of it now.
US$32.000. E beleza, viu? Custa pra manter mensalmente o YouTube aberto. $32.000.
Life here is better than you could find anywhere in Skyrim.
You realize that doesn't impress anyone here.
I am above the petty squabbles here. I have lived for far too long to be bothered with them. I am above the petty squabbles here. I have lived far too long to be bothered with them.
Caralho, velho. O que aconteceu foi que era ilegal. É o Japão. Eu tava gostando muito, não, ele pagou. Ele simplesmente deixou só pro Japão.
After 400 years, I'm getting out. You think you'll be the one to take me down?
Pô, cara, é aquela coisa, velho. O anime
After 400 years.
se espalha no Brasil por causa disso, né? Porque se for só pro Japão, é assistir anime, né? E tem anime que a gente nunca nem viu na vida, a gente só viu porque os sites lançaram. Também que eu tava no anime dele, de boa.
I am above the petty squabbles here.
Ei, mas pô, eu vou
I
sair
have
aqui, eu
lived
vou
for
dormir.
far too long to be bothered with them.
Eu vou ter que acordar cedo. Provavelmente.
I saw more than enough. Lord,
Eu fico hora.
now what is our Lord's wish? Well, well. He wants the chalice then.
Nada falou
You've
até
heard of
mais.
the Bloodstone Chalice? It is a the
User
chalice has
disconnected
been
from your
He has
channel.
neglected. Follow me. Lord Harkon has never cared to use the chalice, relying on his more than adequate powers until now. This is an intriguing change. Ancestors guide you. Excuse us. I need to fetch the Bloodstone Chalice.
The chalice? Why?
What are you up to, Garan?
Lord Harkon's orders, Orthiolf. Calm yourself. Our friend here has been ordered to fill the chalice.
Really?
Indeed. He's off to Redwater Den.
Best of luck to you.
Vengalmo and Orthiolf are Harkon's primary advisors. I'm sure they're quite surprised to learn that you're taking the chalice. And here we are. Now, this chalice needs to be filled directly from the bloodspring that is the source of Redwater Den. But that's not enough. Once that's done, the blood of a powerful vampire needs to be added to it. Keep in mind that Redwater Den has fallen into, well, let's just say less reputable members of society now dwell there. It's your choice whether to attempt to deal with them or force your way through. Hurry back. You don't want to keep Lord Harkon waiting. I am above the petty squabbles here. I have lived for far too long.
You here for the skooma? Head around inside. There's a trap door that'll lead you in. Look, I'm just here to keep watch. What you're looking for is down inside.
I got nothing on me. If you're looking for...
Hold it. If you're going downstairs, you keep your weapons to yourself, or we'll be getting better acquainted. Head on in, and behave yourself.
Don't like those eyes you got. There's a bad hunger to them. Your skin's as pale as the snow. You scared of sunlight or something? Take a look. Don't leave. You got better dreams here.
You there! Bring me another bottle of skooma. Wait, who are you? You look like fun. Pull up a seat, friend.
What was that?
You can't hide from me. Over here! That's your best, huh?
Where are you?
Is someone there?
What was that?
Where are you? skin you alive.
This is the end for you.
So why don't you just drink the blood from the spring? I mean, that seems easier than running a skooma den. What was that?
Over here!
really too bad, you know. The little accident you had here. Completely unexpected.
Yeah, too bad. Lord Harkon's new favorite. Dead so soon after joining the family.
We're just lucky I was here to return the chalice to Bengalmo so he could make sure Harkon gets it back.
Wait, what? That's not what we agreed. We take it back together.
Idiot. You didn't really think I'd let you walk out of here either, did you? Bengalmo wants you both dead.
Well, that's just fine. Orthion told me to finish off anyone who got in the way.
Well, well. Another man squashed beneath my feet.
You can't defeat me! Lucky hit! Son of a...
Hmm?
Yeah?
I see you have returned. Lord Harkon will be pleased. You met Stolf and Salonia, I assume? Lord Harkon and I suspected they might follow you there. As well you should have. Welcome to the politics of Lord Harkon's court. Bengalmo and Orthiolf both long for our Lord's throne, but cannot make overt moves against him. Each sought to gain power by using his underling to kill you and keep the chalice for himself. By ensuring the chalice reaches our Lord, you have increased his power over them, and at the same time, deprived them of their little pets. You've done Lord Harkon 2 great services. Take what you've learned to heart, and be careful who you trust. Now, I believe that Lord Harkon wishes to speak with you.
I think my father wanted to see you. Have you talked to him yet?
Ah, you are here. Good. Yes, I did. When I told you that I was grateful for my daughter's safe return, I told the truth. But I did not tell you everything. Do not presume to tell me who I can and cannot trust. I possess the wisdom of 12 lifetimes, and I will make my own judgments. Now be silent and hear what I have to say. As you know, vampires are powerful, but we have limits. Our great enemy is the sun. And until recently, it's an enemy we've had no way to fight. For centuries, I searched for an answer to this problem. I found an old prophecy written by a moth priest. Those scholars who read the Elder Scrolls. The prophecy tells of a time in which vampires will gain power over the sun and will no longer fear its tyranny. I believe the secret to unraveling that prophecy is written in Serana's Elder Scroll. I have ordered the court to assemble. I have a new task for us all to carry out, and that includes you. Come now, and hear my proclamation. Scions of the night, hear my words. The prophesied time is at last upon us. Soon we will claim dominion over the sun itself, and forge a new realm of eternal darkness. Now that I have reclaimed one of my Elder Scrolls, we must find a moth priest to read it. I have spread false rumors about the discovery of an Elder Scroll in Skyrim to lure a moth priest here. Now it is time to see if those efforts have borne fruit. Go forth and search the land for rumors of a moth priest within our borders. Look to the cities. Speak to innkeepers, carriage drivers, anyone who would meet a traveler. Go now, and carry out this task. This is my command.
It will be done.
Any idea how you're going to find a moth priest? Skyrim's a pretty big place. Well, back before you know. The College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds of things that people probably shouldn't know about. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to come along with you. I've been really wanting to get out and explore a bit. Oh, what is it? That's a long story. I guess we kind of have to go way back, to the very beginning. Do you know where vampirism came from? Exactly. The first vampire came from Molag Bal. She was not a willing subject, but she was still the first. Molag Bal is a powerful Daedric lord, and his will is made reality. For those willing to subjugate themselves, he will still bestow the gift, but they must be powerful in their own right before earning his trust. The ceremony was degrading. Let's not revisit that. But we all took part in it. Not really wholesome family activity, but I guess it's something you do when you give yourselves to a Daedric lord. Well, you've met most of us. My father's not exactly the most stable, and eventually he drove my mother crazy with him. And it all ended with me being locked underground for who knows how long. It's definitely been a bad thing, on the whole. A cure? Why even think of it that way? I can't think of any reason I'd want to lose this gift, especially after what I did to get it. It may have driven my family apart, but I'm still here, and I'm alive. I won't give this up.
restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You consider restoration a valid school of magic, worthy of study, don't you? Don't you? Good. Not that I require validation, of course. It can make life difficult when one's colleagues fail to recognize the research one engages in. Well, no, not really. But I know things are being said. I'm quite aware of what's going on here, and I will not stand for it. Until next time.
I'm not one for commendations, but I might... Archmage or not, my rules about books still stand. A moth priest? What in oblivion do you need a moth priest for? Fine, fine. No need to get your britches in a twist. The obvious answer is to go to the Imperial City. The moth priests make their home in the White Gold Tower. Sometimes they go out looking for Elder Scrolls. Lucky for you, there's a moth priest in Skyrim right now, doing just that. He stopped in to do some research in the library, then left for Dragonbridge. If you hurry, you might catch him there.
Seen some mean-spirited folk pass through lately. Thought I was rid of those sorts when I left Markarth. A moth priest? I'm sorry, but I don't know anything about that. Try asking one of the guards. Honest pay for honest work.
Burn it! Burn the vampire! You took its very soul.
It may be dead now, but where did it come? It's like
They
the
say,
ancient legends.
So that was a moth priest then. He rode through town not long ago with an escort of soldiers. They didn't stop, just headed south, across the Dragon Bridge.
All right then.
It's really dead then?
Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? Done and done. Where'd you come from?
Not impressed. This ends now.
Those vampires put up a hell of a fight. You think they'll get it now while we can.
I'm working on it. Give me some silence so I can think.
Over here.
Come on, fight back! Do your worst! Enough! This is
You must That'll teach you.
I heard something.
No! No! No more! No!
If you think I'll help you, you're mistaken. By the divines, it's as if my eyes have been opened. I am blinded by the light of your majesty. I must obey you. What would you have of me, master? Certainly. Where can I find this castle? I will set out at once, then. What is your command?
Where'd you come from?
Enough! This ends now!
Well done. Somehow I knew it would be you and Serana who found our moth priest. Yes, I see that. I trust his capture was not too difficult a task. We both know that a band of fools with crossbows is no match for a scion of the ancient blood. I admit, I do not entirely understand your sense of humor. Well, your thrall awaits, and we have given him the Elder Scroll. Command him to read it, and let us hear the words of prophecy together. Yes, I see that. I wish I could have been there to hear the sounds of their screams. Well, your thrall awaits, and we have given him the Elder Scroll. Command him to read it, and let us hear the words of prophecy together.
Master, I have done as you asked and traveled here. Of course. Ah, yes, the Elder Scroll. I admit, I am looking forward to this. Of course, Master.
That was not as useful as I would have liked. Even so, you did well. My traitor wife stole one of... As for the other, it seems our work is not yet done. But I have waited this long, and we are so very close now. I can wait a bit longer.
Done and done. Do you have a moment to talk? That moth priest, Dexian. He said we needed 2 other Elder Scrolls. I think I know where we can start looking. Didn't want that lot getting wind of it. Especially my father. Ever since he decided to make that prophecy his calling, we kind of drifted apart. I don't even think he sees me as his daughter anymore. I'm just a means to an end. We need to find my mother, Valerica. She'll definitely know where it is, and if we're lucky, she actually has it herself. The last time I saw her, she said that she'd go somewhere safe. Somewhere that my father would never search. Other than that, she wouldn't tell me anything. But the way she said it, someplace he would never search. It was cryptic, yet she called attention to it. Maybe. What I can't figure out is why. Besides, I can't imagine a single place my father would avoid looking. And he's had all this time, too. Any ideas? I doubt my mother would waste her time with those fools. They probably would have tried to kill her, and that has a way of souring relationships. Any other ideas? I don't think so. She said she wanted to stay awake in case the situation was resolved. It had to be one of us, and, well, she's so much more powerful than I am. It just made sense for her to be out here. Anything else? Wait, that almost makes sense. I used to help my mother tend a garden in the courtyard here. All of the ingredients for our potions came from there. She used to say that my father couldn't stand the place. Too peaceful. Oh, absolutely. But my mother's not a coward. That is, I don't think we'll actually trip over her there, but it's worth a look. Trust me, I lived in that castle for a very long time, and I know every nook and cranny. There's an unused inlet on the northern side of the island that was used by the previous owners to bring supplies into the castle. An old escape tunnel from the castle exits there. I think that's our way in. Come on, it's just around the side. The old water cistern. On some days, this would smell just... Be glad you weren't here then. Who's there?
Teach you to mess with me.
Oh no, you don't.
Did you hear something? Did you hear something?
You're not getting the... Who's there? Tough day for you. You're not... I knew I heard something. Done and done. This leads out to the courtyard. Just head for the door. You've made it to the courtyard. Oh no. What happened to this place? Everything's been torn down. The whole place looks... well, dead. It's like we're the first to set foot here in centuries. This used to lead into the castle's great hall. Looks like my father had it sealed up. I used to walk through here after evening meals. It was beautiful once. This was my mother's garden. Do you know how beautiful something can be when it's tended by a master for hundreds of years? She would have hated to see it like this. Wait. Something's wrong with the moon dial here. Some of the crests are missing and the dial is askew. I didn't even know the crests could be removed. Maybe my mother's trying to tell us something. I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial. I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial. The moon dial definitely wasn't like this the last time I saw it. I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial. I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial. telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial. I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial. I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial. Very clever, Mother. Very clever. I've never been in those tunnels before, but I'd bet they'd run right under the courtyard and into the tower ruin. I've never even seen this part of the castle before. Be careful. I don't know what might be around. Who's there? Getting the best of me. Show yourself. Done and done. Where'd you come from? Who's there? I knew I heard something. We're getting close. I'm sure of it. Where'd you come from? Fight now while we can. Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? What have you got? so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it. Look at this place. This has to be it. I knew she was deep into necromancy. I mean, she taught me everything I know. But I had no idea she had a setup like this. Look at all this. She must have spent years collecting these components. And what's this thing? I'm not sure about this circle, but it's obviously something. Let's take a look around. There has to be something here that tells us where she's gone. My mother was meticulous about her research. If we can find her notes, there might be some hints in there. I remember she used to keep a small journal. See if you can dig it up. Any luck yet? You did? Let me see them. I only know what she told me. She had a theory about soul gems, that the souls inside of them don't just vanish when they're used. They end up in the soul cairn. The soul cairn is home to very powerful beings. Necromancers send them souls and receive powers of their own in return. My mother spent a lot of time trying to contact them directly, to travel to the soul cairn itself. That circle in the center of the room is definitely some type of portal. If I'm reading this right, there's a formula here that should give us safe passage into the soul cairn. A handful of soul gem shards, some finely ground bone meal, a good bit of purified void salts. Oh, damn it. We're also going to need a sample of her blood, which, if we could get that, we wouldn't even be trying to do this in the first place. Not bad. We'd better hope that's good enough. Mistakes with these kind of portals can be gruesome. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get started. Oh, definitely. Mother would have plenty of those materials in her laboratory. You just need to find them. Having trouble finding those ingredients? Having trouble finding those ingredients? Having trouble finding those ingredients? I had no idea. She had an alchemy set up in her drawer. Looking at the equipment and material, I don't know. Certainly not longevity. Kind of a waste of time for a vampire. They shouldn't be that hard to find. Shelves, tables, they should be easy to find. She wouldn't have hidden them. Then the rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing... Okay, here goes. By the blood of my ancestors. She actually did it. Created a portal with a soul cave. Incredible. Ugh, the smell here. Let's try to handle this quickly.
No one ever escapes. There is no escape. Why would you even try?
Where'd you come from?
I thought death was a release, not an eternity of torment.
Who's there? I was shooting. I heard something.
Mother? Mother!
It can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to complete the prophecy our way, not his.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire of mixed blood is in the company of my daughter? I find your choice of words quite interesting, considering that Serana is in far more danger now than she was following my foolish plan. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you. You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself. When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon. Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor. Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible. If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires. And how exactly do you plan on completing the prophecy without the death of my daughter? Have you been listening to me? Like Serana, I'm a pure-blooded vampire. My presence on Tamriel is as much of a danger as hers. You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. You see the tyranny of the sun as your chance at deification. And like Harkon, you won't hesitate to destroy anything that stands in your path. Serana? This stranger may call himself a vampire, but he knows nothing of our struggle. Why should I entrust you to him?
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father!
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Oh, Serana. If you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you too. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can. Yes, I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins. You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down. One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat. When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place. I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they craved. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here. The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins. Unfortunately, yes. Since the Keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach. Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game.
Just kill those
Each
keeper
watching
things and
the
get back to the
other
prison.
to see which. Give in.
Is there no end to this nightmare?
Where'd you come from?
You managed to destroy all 3 keepers? Very impressive. Yes. Please follow me. Keep watch for Durnevere. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
Wait. I hear something.
It's Durnevere. Where'd you come from?
I'm not gonna die like this. I'm not gonna die like this. Come on, she's leading us to the scroll.
Forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon.
Come on, she's leading us to the scroll.
Forgive my astonishment. Volumes written on Durnevere allege that he can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken. Unless... the soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scaly hide. It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnevere's physical form while he reconstitutes himself. Minutes, hours, years, I can't even begin to guess. I suggest we don't wait around to find out. Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll and you can be on your way.
Come on, she's leading us to the scroll.
What did you want? Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way. I have no choice. As I told you before, I'm a daughter of Cold Harbor. If I return to Tamriel, that increases Harkon's likelihood of bringing the tyranny of the sun to fruition. As much as it pains me to send you and... remember that Harkon is not to be trusted. No matter what he and promise me you'll keep my daughter safe.
I don't think I could be doing this alone.
She's the only thing of value I have left.
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin. Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life and death. I believe in civility among seasoned warriors, and I find your ear worthy of my words. My claws have rended the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle. I therefore honor name you Quinarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue. Your words do me great honor. My desire to speak with you was born from the result of our battle, Quinarin. I merely wish to respectfully ask a favor of you. For countless years I've roamed the Soul Cairn in unintended service to the Ideal Masters. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. I desire to return there. I fear that my time here has taken its toll upon me. I share a bond with this dreaded place. If I ventured far from the Soul Cairn, my strength would begin to wane until I was no more. I will place my name with you and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen, your ally, and teach you my Thum. Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean a great deal. I don't require an answer, Quinarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time is right.
I'm glad we found the scroll. I wish you could come with us.
Speak if you have aught to say worth the listening.
Where'd you come from? The sooner we get the scroll home, the sooner we deal with my father. Oh, what is it?
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic. Why are my research materials constantly disappearing?
All this knowledge might have been lost were it not for you. Our... Right then. I don't care if you wrote it yourself. If you want a book from here, you go through me. And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? You think that even if I did have, it would be kept under the highest security? The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. Of course. I'll bring everything we have, so don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them. The Arcanium is always accepting new volumes. Aye, that's the... He's been gone for a long while. Too long. Became somewhere in the ice fields, if you want to try to find him.
What now? From the castle, you used to just be able to see Solitude over the mountains. It's exactly what I'd imagined.
You're home! Did you give me a present? Well, sweets are always good. Or a new outfit. Or maybe a wooden sword? All my friends have swords. Wow! Thanks.
I'd read stories about the Solitude windmill, but I didn't expect it to be that big.
Hello, my love. Back from some adventure, I bet. Yes, my love? What do you need? Very well, love. This is a beautiful house, and Solitude is so safe, so diverse. It's a wonderful place to raise a child. Goodbye, my love.
Do you need something? Anything good?
Hey, Pa!
Do you think I could be a bard? I really like singing.
Need something?
Hey! Watch it!
The palace looks so pretty. I wish they'd let me inside. Bye, Papa.
Have you heard? There's been another dragon attack. Kynes Grove this time. Been a murder over in Riften. So old lady. He runs an orphanage. Those poor children must be heartbroken.
I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share.
Dig! When the top level was built, no more could be placed. But I cannot go to it here. Well, here as in this, on the cosmological scale. Well, it's all... Oh, a brutish one. You... Lucky in the depth. Have you heard of under of... But not all. Tooth... The edge... Trust Septimus. He knows you can know.
Who's there? Who's there?
Let's just get out of here. Hasn't there been enough death?
Of course, you want me to leave. Just waiting for me to turn my back.
I heard.
Yeah.
Dig, Dwemer in the beyond. Get extraordinary. The ceiling, Dwemer. The blood. Bear you hence this extractor. It will drink the fresh blood of elves. Come when its set is complete. Ah, the box contains the heart. Ah, the essence of a god.
Come closer, bask in my presence. I am Hermaeus Mora. I am the guardian of the unseen, a knower of the unknown. I have been watching you, mortal. Most impressive. Your continuing aid to Septimus renders him increasingly obsolete. He has served me well, but his time is nearing its end. Once that infernal lockbox is opened, he will have exhausted his usefulness to me. When that time comes, you shall take his place as my emissary. What say you? Indeed, speak with me when the box has been opened, and all shall be revealed.
Never should have come here.
Where'd you come from? Done and done.
Good to see a new face here, especially one that isn't attached to an elf. Between you and me, there's too many of them. Can't trust a lot of them. Never could. Want my advice? Avoid getting wrapped up in Vingalmo's schemes. He's after the throne, and he'll kill anyone that gets in his way. Of course not. He's an elf, isn't he? He'll cozy up to you, use his honey's words to get you to lower your guard, then use you and throw you away when he's done with you. You watch yourself around him. Don't get in my way, and I won't tear your arms off. Simple, isn't it? All right then.
I am above the petty squabbles here. I have lived for far
Yes,
too long.
how may I serve you, my lord? I'm afraid I won't be able to help you with the scrolls any longer, my lord. Please, do not be angry with me. I'm afraid in my haste to read the first scroll, I neglected the time I needed to prepare. The failure is purely mine to bear. As you can see from my bandages, it's not that I am unwilling, it's that I am physically unable. Oh, please, my lord, please, forgive me. If only such a miracle existed, I'd overcome the impossible in order to secure it, if it meant pleasing you. Although I would gladly die by your hand, perhaps I could offer an alternative way to read the scrolls. Oh, thank you, my lord. Thank you. Scattered across Tamriel are secluded locations known only as Ancestor Glades. There's one in Skyrim in the Pine Forest. Performing the ritual of the Ancestor Moth within the glade should provide the answers you seek. It involves carefully removing the bark from a canticle tree, which will in turn attract ancestor moths to you. Once enough of the moths are following, they'll provide you with the second sight needed to decipher the scrolls. In keeping with tradition, you must use a specific tool in the Ancestor Glade, an implement known as a draw knife. Every Moth Priest is taught this ritual, but few ever get the chance to perform it. You should consider yourself fortunate if it works for you. From what I saw in the vision, the Elder Scroll which foreshadows the defiance of the gods with the blood of mortals is the key to the prophecy. Deciphering one of the... It can take months or even years to complete a single scroll, and even then, months to recover.
I am above the petty squabbles here. I have lived for far too long to be bothered with them.